It's the first weekend of autumn, and the NFL is in full swing as off we go on EA Sports. This fielded right at the goal line. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. Now the first carry for Dalvin Cook. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. This defense for the Bears much improved from week 1. They were terrific last week in getting their guys their first win of the season.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. Defense had a chance to get off the field here on the opening drive. Couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important third down is, aren't they? Offense and defense.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 35. And the Bears are going to get the football here as they force the INT on the game's opening drive. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 44. They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields sliding out of the pocket. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. Plenty of shouts from this crowd as they watch the replay. They want a challenge, and they're going to get one. And we'll get a moment here as they look this one over.
Yeah, remember now, the call on the field is what they'll stick with unless they have clear video evidence to the contrary. And I give these officials a lot of credit. Such a tough and demanding job. You and I both know that.
After reviewing the play, the ruling on the field stands.
So not successful there on the challenge, and he'll have to be careful from here on out because he'll only have one challenge remaining. He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. And that nearly an interception here on its opening drive, but he gets a reprieve. It's 3rd down. They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10. Now it's Fields. Open man is Komet, the tight end. And they'll get this across the midfield stripe, but still winding up short of the first down. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each...
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. The Bears tried it on 4th down, unable to convert. And it'll be a turnover on downs. Well, it was too far for a field goal try. You don't really gain a whole lot out of a punt, so I don't think you have much of a problem with that, do you?
No, not at all. I think it's the right play, the exact right play, because even if you want to play defense and pin them deep, you know how hard it is for a punter to knock one dead inside the 10-yard line. That's not necessarily easily done. So I think going for it there was the right call.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now Mon. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Black. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Mon looks to throw. And complete, right side to Cook. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
The key to any screenplay is all in the deception. That means everyone on the offensive side of the ball. But someone gave it up because that one wasn't very well concealed. And the defense able to rally to him and hold him for just a short gain.
Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
Mond out of the shotgun. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete. And his kick is good. And the Vikings have a 3-0 lead. So a good kick there. They put the bow tie on it with 3 points.
And let's face it, everybody wants a touchdown. We know that. But in the NFL, defenses are awfully good. You're not going to score each and every time. Be able to knock the ball through the post and take the throw.
By the way, I said bow tie. I meant just bow. Either about the tie, but yeah.
Either way.
You got it.
I just went right past it.
Another drive coming up for this Chicago offense. And on that last drive, went for it on fourth, turned it over. But good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on fourth down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. From the 50, here's Fields. Open man is the tight end, John Bates. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
Oh, a lot of credit to the play caller here. He saw the design in his mind and implemented it. A little zone stretcher here because they started the tight end on the left side of the formation and sent him on a crossing route. And this works really well when you can find that space between levels, and they were able to do so for good yardage.
Here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
And Brandon, as you know, sometimes it's a lot tougher to run with these tight ends nowadays in the NFL. They're just bigger wide receivers. He lined up on the left side of the formation, ran a drag route across the field.
Touchdown! It's complete. Courtland Sutton, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bears have taken the lead. Point after, up and good. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And the end result is a Bears touchdown. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fielded right around the 8. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. Minnesota's offense takes over possession. Now, early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice, but at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
He was trying to clear the way, the big fullback. Instead, he gets a hole.
And you don't see that very often on running plays from those guys because usually they're the lead blocker. Normally, when he gets caught, it's in a passing situation.
And he'll get this one up to about his 14. 2 yards on the pickup. It'll be 2nd down. Mond going to throw it. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
You definitely would have liked to hit on that one because now you've got a 3rd and long showing up, and you just know defense is going to be getting after it. They are pinning their ears back, and they are coming.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. That's taken in by Henderson. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. Defensively, they just lost him. He was waving his arms saying, I'm wide open. They found him.
Yeah, and it's so interesting about when a receiver starts to wave his arms because some guys right up the line of scrimmage, they declare themselves open. You know, these guys throw the one arm up, hit me right now. In this case, he was so wide open that he was frantically trying to get his attention to make sure he got the football. And then I'm sure his only thought when the ball was in the air, don't drop it. Had too much time to think.
The Vikings with the football here to begin the second quarter as they've got it with a 2nd and 10. A give. This is Cook. And he'll get this up to about the 40. 5 yards on the carry there, and it leaves him with 3rd and about 6 yards to go. Here's Mond. He's got a man. That's Marshall. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I love it. He ran a hitch route on 3rd and 6, and normally that's not deep enough to get your first down. I'd say he really ran a hitch plus to make sure he got the first down yardage. Really intelligent route running.
Yeah, because what do you say? Hitches are normally 1 to 3?
Yeah, somewhere in the neighborhood. You just kind of come off the line of scrimmage and kind of show yourself to the quarterback and say, hey, here I am, present it. He went in and took it far enough downfield to make sure that they had enough yardage to pick up the first down. Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
42 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They're going to look to throw. On this one, incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Mond's throw pulled in by Jefferson. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. The Vikings send out their punter, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. And there's a work of art right there. Out of bounds at the 2-yard line.
Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. Henry out of the pistol. And he's up past the 10 to about the 12. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. Fields to throw on 3rd and 1. A pass for Sutton is intercepted. Picked off by Deshaun Elliott. And he'll take this back down inside the 20. And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And, Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them. And they took advantage of it there. Got a nice interception and set up their offense in great shape.
3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. They go play action here. Mon. And a quick throw here. That's complete. It'll be a gain of 5. And they're going to have a third down.
Good, sure hands there from a guy not accustomed to catching a whole lot of passes. But how about the way he was able to pull that one in and pick up good yardage?
Third down, Dalvin Cook. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means fourth down. So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. From the left half, should be a fairly easy one here. And his kick is indeed good, and they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Here comes Justin Fields and the rest of the Bears offense. He's got the lead here in the second quarter. He's thrown the touchdown, but also an interception. As a quarterback, does that interception, even though you're playing well, your team's got the lead, does that always stick in the back of your mind a little bit?
For the best ones, it just upsets them that they did that because they don't think there should be any blemishes on their record. They think that they're way better than that. So your confidence gets tested a little bit. Being able to go back out there, maybe throw another touchdown, that'll tamp that down in a big way.
Yeah, like I said, he's looked pretty good to this point. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. A big connection on that one. 37 yards. Now, we know this offense has the potential to strike quickly, and they just bit off 2 huge plays on back-to-back snaps.
So on the other side of the ball, you've got to go band of brothers thought process. No one left behind, no pointing fingers, no accusations, because if you don't, those quick strikes we just saw, they become long-lasting. Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here, and now they're set up with a first and goal.
So 3 plays, already first and goal, and they are wasting little time. Trying to punch it in with Henry. Into a mass of bodies, and I think they held him out. They did. Call it no gain, and it's going to be second and goal. They'll give Henry another shot. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Derrick Henry, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bears will extend their lead. So it was the passing game that got him down here, but closer to the goal line, it's the running game that gets him home.
Certainly appears that they lulled the defense into thinking that the passing game was going to be it the entire drive. Nice change up there going to the running game to get him over the goal line.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. From the 6. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
Here we go.
The Vikings going to take over now late in this first half. And with just under a minute to go, they might try to think about mounting a drive here if they can and get in the end zone to potentially tie this game up. On 1st and 10, here's Mon. He's going to get this one down to Cook. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. To Jefferson on the slant. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. He'll drop to throw. Wide open, it's Marshall complete. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. The Vikings going to use their third and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. So 3 plays already first and goal, and they are wasting little time. Back to throw again. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
3 red zone trips have yielded just 2 field goals for them to this point, so they'll be searching for something more on second and goal here. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. Touchdown, Vikings! A great play there in the final seconds of the first half. And the Vikings are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. A little surprising they wouldn't go for 2, but this is up and good. And this is now a 1-point game. So 6 seconds, all that remains of this first half as the kick is away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And only 6 seconds on the clock, so time likely for just 1 play. Rolling to his right. On the run, he'll let it go deep, right sideline. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. And we will skip the highlight show this week. Get right back to this Week 3 matchup. Okay, Coach, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. Taken in at the 3. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. They couldn't ask for much more to this point in the second half. A gorgeous day, 1-score game. 1st and 10 here. Second half begins with a run by Henry. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
After the penalty, it's Henry. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. Give him a couple on the run there. It'll be 2nd and 13. On play action, Fields. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that's caught inside the 30. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. A great effort there. 81 yards. And the Bears are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Well, he's been doing this for a lot of years, and the arm strength still there, and he showed it off on that one.
And I'm telling you, nothing will run up a crowd more than a play like that. Here in the stadium, all eyes were on the receiver streaking downfield, and you know everyone was thinking, throw it, he's open. What a connection there for the touchdown.
And that ball traveling 68 yards in the air, according to Next Gen Stats. The extra point up and good. And the lead is up to 8. Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at the 40. A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
A yard in the wrong direction makes 3rd down tougher. 3rd down and 9. They'll set up to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
We're going to give out a little applause on that play. It has to go to the defense. More good work by them. They've taken away the passing lanes all game long, and you can see the frustration that it's causing because he just about threw that one into the first row.
And did they keep it in? They did. They kept it in. It's down close to the goal line at the 1-yard line. Amazing. Perfectly placed. If that ball goes 1 extra yard, maybe not even an extra yard, the starting point is the 20.
So there is a reason that a lot of punters are also excellent golfers. They know distance control. You know what else they have? Same groove motion over and over. Once they have that down, it repeats under pressure.
Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down. Again, it's Henry. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
Well, let's go ahead and detail this situation here. 3rd and long coming up, back near your own goal line. I would be very hesitant about throwing the football in this situation.
Maybe just run up the middle?
Yeah, I think that might be the spot for them. You got to try and find some space for your punter because you don't want him backed up where he has to alter what he does. And that's well executed there on 3rd down, and I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a 1st down.
And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
A deep ball down that right sideline, and he made sure that he put it where either his guy was going to catch it or no one was.
A play fake, now Fields to throw. And he will find his man Sutton. That's complete. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. A big play that time through the air. 32 yards.
Oftentimes now offenses aren't nearly as precise as days gone by. They just tell receivers, find an open patch of grass and let the quarterback find you. And that's exactly what they did on that play. First with the pass through the air. Nice chunky yardage.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Deshaun Elliott. And the Vikings are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line.
I tell you, Brandon, it seems like this guy's been all over the field so far. That's his 2nd interception of the game. And so much of playing defense in the NFL, especially when it comes to defending the pass, is all about positioning and technique. And this is fantastic work on both fronts there.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. That catch good for only a couple.
Was that a receiver? Yeah, actually it was. It was a running back who was a receiver on the play. I think he's been spending time in the receiver drills getting his feet down.
Well, those guys out of the backfield, they got to be good, agile with their feet. He showed the agility there with a toe tap.
No doubt about it. It's like he'd run to ballet school. Got the toes down and stayed in bounds.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
3rd down from the gun, it's Mon. And he'll find Henderson there. It's complete. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. The Vikings send out their punter as he's on here to punt it away. It's a 45-yard punt, just a 1-yard return, and the Bears take over. So here are the Bears to take over on offense. They're leading right now and on the heels of that victory last week against Arizona. 1st and 10 as they start this drive. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He's going to let it go again. And it'll be incomplete. Good job staying with him defensively. And it'll bring up 2nd down.
I remember a coach telling me a long time ago the difference between playing corner and safety in the NFL. Corner is like the Autobahn. Everybody just flying by, and these corners have been really busy in this game, although they got it done on the last play.
On the last play, yes, but there have been some good numbers put up against them offensively. Now we're going to get a stoppage. Appears to be an injured Bear on the field. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. Play action. It's Fields. He'll buy some time right. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
He's starting to fall into the category of not fair, because when he's on target throwing the ball, he's dangerous. But when you add in his ability to make plays with his feet, almost impossible.
Yeah, exactly. They've had trouble stopping him in the secondary. This time they've got the great coverage. Oh, he can. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked off at the 45. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. 2nd straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to nerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one? Or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
Trying to fire up that running game with Dalvin Cook. And he's going to be stopped at about the 37. 52 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. They run it again with Cook. And he gets it down to the 32.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
1st down, here's the run with Cook. Down to the 30 after a gain of 3.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Handoff comes to Cook. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go. Back now here on EA Sports. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Now Mon. He gets this one into the hands of Dalvin Cook. And he will have a Vikings 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that's a much-needed 1st down right there. Look, they're down by 8. So logic says they don't have to get a touchdown out of this drive. But the way things are going, I don't know if I'd put it in the hands of my defense here. You might not get the ball back at all. So if a 4th down situation comes up, I'm thinking hard about going for a
touchdown. That's caught. A great play there. His 1st touchdown of the new season. And the Vikings have a chance to tie things up as they trail by 2 here in the 4th. So part 1 of what they needed is done. They get in the end zone. Now you have to imagine we'll see a try for 2.
And that's what the book says, but defensively, they can't hang their head right here. They still got a chance to come out with the...
And he's going to be sacked. They came after him. He couldn't get away. And this remains a 2-point game. And the failure to convert and tie the game. Now the pressure shifts back to the defense.
But I think it was the right play. I think it was the right call to try and tie the game there. Kick an extra point, you're still down 1. What's the sense? I like what they did.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and do use with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Caught by Montgomery. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Now a pass hauled in downfield. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds.
And that certainly appears to be a critical conversion right there because not only do they keep the drive going, they take valuable time off the clock as well. They have to feel really good about that last completion.
A first down carry for Henry. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down. Fields now to throw. Catch made by Slayton. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down.
As long as you go through your proper reads and progressions, the drag route can be one of those old reliable plays because usually it's good for a good chunk of yardage as we just saw there.
And those guys like it, right? They can get the ball with a full head of steam.
Especially against man coverage because man coverage, particularly running away from someone, and now you've got no traffic coming out on the other end.
A big connection on that one. 30 yards.
Dialing up that play call certainly meant that he grabbed a little extra shot of courage on that one because normally on third and short, you're just trying to move the sticks, get the ball just past that line of scrimmage. Instead, they take the big shot downfield, and it pays off.
And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally because otherwise...
And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. And yes, they want the points, so they will decline the penalty, no question there.
You don't think they spent a couple seconds mulling over what the penalty
I don't even know why they asked the sideline.
Not at all. When you put the ball in the end zone on a takeaway, take the points and keep moving.
They'll look to throw, and this one's caught. And their fourth quarter lead grows by a couple more. So they try to make it a 2-score game with a conversion. It pays off.
And they've looked at the situation, figured it out well. A 2-score game in this situation, they've got to feel much better about where they are.
Taken in at the 3. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. And now out comes Minnesota. And the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit. Now a throw here to his running back. Cook, a first down and more. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agree. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
That's taken in by Henderson. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. The Vikings on 3rd down, not quite 50%, 4 for 9. This time they face a 3rd and 2. From the gun, here's Mon. Got an open man finding Jefferson. And he will have a Vikings 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. And in a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every 3rd down, like we saw there, magnified, big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to 3rd down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
Now a throw here, hauled in, and inside the 20 before he's brought down.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. On 1st down, here's Mon. He'll dump this off to Cook. And a good gain here of 9 from the 19 down to the 10. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Mon. He's got it. Touchdown, Vikings. From 10 yards out. And the Vikings have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a 1-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. The Bears offense out there set and ready to go. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a 1st down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll try and choose some clock with Henry. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. That one looks like he'll throw here. A throw left side taken in by Kmet. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. The win for the Bears just around the corner. They go down to a knee. The win for the Bears just around the corner. They go down to a knee. So with that knee, 3 weeks in the books, and they creep above 500 now at 2-1.
You know, I played with a guy once after taking a knee at the end of the game, and he came in and grabbed the equipment manager and said, make sure you wash that spot, you know, special, because I just took a knee for a win. That tells you how much guys enjoy that, because getting a win, no one takes it for granted.
So this one in the win column for the Chicago Bears, and they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we